ask a question, please use the wave hand function on Zoom, and then I'll try and get round as many of you as I can. We're going to start with Liam Twomey. If you could unmute yourself, Liam, away you go.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Liam.
Good result tonight. It was a bit of an awkward one for long spells, and there was one miss from Timo in the first half that maybe, looking back, could have made it slightly more comfortable for you. But looking at Timo more broadly, does that show there's kind of even more room for growth in his game, because he's had a few chances like that he's missed, as well as the goals that he scored this season?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he scored a lot of goals already. He's adapting to a new league. The chance today, Timo want to score that, but the ball's bobbling as it comes along, and I know very well myself that those finishes look a lot easier from afar than what they always are. I think it was just normal that a player of Timo's quality and where he is that he's going to get better because he's a top-class player. So I've been really, really happy with him since he's got here. Feeling his teammates are feeling him. Hence, he's getting in positions to score in every game recently. So more goals will come as a progression from that.
John Cross.
Hello, Frank. I was just going to ask you about Ollie, if I may. I mean, that says so much about his focus and professionalism. Obviously, his quality without finishing the goal. I mean, all the talk in the last week or so about him leaving, but that clearly shows why you rate him so highly and why you want him to stay.
Yeah, it does. And I felt it firsthand. Last year I had. Generally, it was him or Tammy were fighting for the number 9 spot. Tammy had a great first half of the season. And then Ollie, when I relied on him in restart, was fantastic. And the things behind the scenes, I think everybody kind of feels from the outside, to be fair, is what a great professional he is and how highly regarded he is by his teammates and by myself. So, for him to get a goal, I think you sort of see the reaction of his teammates. He's so professional in how he trains and looks after himself that age isn't even a factor in him. I think he's getting better with age, if anything, because of how well he looks after himself. So he offers a lot for us, and I keep saying it, but the busy schedule coming up and the way we play means that I will rely on players. So thankfully for me, he's a player that always keeps the right attitude if he's not playing regularly. And I know when I call upon him, then he comes in as he did today.
Peter Carey.
Thank you.
Peter?
Sorry about that. Hi, Frank.
Hi. Good, thanks.
Yeah, I was just wondering how you feel about your form in general at the minute. I mean, obviously, it's been quite a good time in the Premier League as well. But do you think that you're really making gains in all of the competitions at the minute?
Yeah, I think we can only worry about ourselves, and generally, if you work on your performance and the team's working together and the newer players are integrating and we're working on the training ground and preparing right, hopefully the performance comes. And I think they've certainly improved very quickly at the start of the season, and then hopefully results follow. And I think when we're efficient at both ends of the pitch, which is something at times last year I felt that we weren't so much. We had a lot of games that we dominated possession in game, but maybe didn't take our opportunities at one end when we created them, and then maybe we conceded freely when we hadn't actually conceded so many chances. But now I think we're seeing a bit more of hopefully a ruthless nature to us in terms of how we can try and keep clean sheets. It's not always possible, as you saw tonight, but defend well and score goals at the other end. But there's still a lot of work to do. We're certainly not the finished article. It would have been impossible, I think, to make the changes we did in the summer and expect everything straight away. That's the whole reason we have to work, and we'll continue doing that.
Duncan Ryan.
Good result today. I just want to further on Ollie. You mentioned in the TVs that he's given you a bit of a problem now. Do you sense that you still have to prove to him that he's got a place post-January for him to want to stay?
I don't know. I mean, that problem's always been there. It's not a fresh problem, and when I say problem, it's the wrong word. It's selection issues for me, and I need that. We need it with the fact that we're playing every 3 days. Maybe at Christmas we'll be playing every 2 days unless the scheduling gets sorted out. But I think with Ollie, it's hard to say I won't have to prove to him, because all I have to do for myself really is look at game by game myself, my job, and look at the games coming up and try and plan to get the best for us. At the moment, Tammy's in great form as well. So I have to pick on face value what I see is the best for us. I think Ollie knows, even though he doesn't play all the time, I hope and I think that Ollie knows how much I'm happy with him and how much I rely on him in moments. Every player wants to play every game. That's an impossible part of my job, to keep them all happy. But hopefully he knows and he feels content. He got minutes like he came on today. There'll be games where he starts for us as well. And that's, hopefully we keep moving forward that way.
Matt Law.
Thank you.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Matt.
I just wondered what you thought that showed about the mentality of the team, that you can take that late blow in the 85th minute when you know a draw isn't a bad result, and yet you've got that desire to still go and win it.
Yeah, I thought he showed a lot, Matt. That was one of the things that really made me happy. The first half hour of the game, because I thought we played really well. And then the attitude of the players, which ran through tough times. A lot of corners tonight, defending corners. I know they scored from one, but a lot of defending against a very big physical team. And then the reaction, which is always easy to have shut up shop. And, we knew a draw wasn't the worst result. But to have players with a push and a desire to turn it round shows a little bit of strength for the group. That has to continue. We can't claim that one off a one-off, result like that. But when I looked at the players that came into the game, Ollie gets the goal. Hakim Ziyech, I thought when he came on was fantastic, and I thought Kai and Golo. Then you're seeing people that are not starting the game. Some of them needed a rest, but came in and make impact and help us to win the game. That just hopefully strengthens the group as a whole.
Okay, we're going to do two more, Victoire and then Jamie Weir to finish. Victoire.
Thank you. Hi, Frank. A word on Edouard Mendy's performance tonight. It was, again, very decisive tonight. Can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm very happy for me. It's actually not easy also to come and play against your old teammates in the stadium that you played so well for. It can give added pressure. But in the game, Edu looks very calm. He's been like that from the first moment he arrived at Chelsea. His personality behind the scenes is great. He's very comfortable with his teammates already. And most importantly, his performance levels have been really high. He continued that today. And I can't say any more that I'm just really happy with him in all senses.
Last question, Jamie Weir.
Thank you.
Good evening, Frank. I was just
Hi.
hoping I could get your reaction to the news yesterday that fans will be returning next week for yourselves, presumably for the game against Leeds. And whether you think there's an unfair playing field being created, because clearly some parts of the country won't have fans back straight away.
Yeah, I think we have to be aware of that. I think first and foremost we want fans back. I'm not sure exactly how the system will work. I'm not sure whether a percentage of fans, depending on stadium or whatever, is something that needs to be discussed further. But what was really nice for me was the positive nature of the fact that there's movement and something will happen. And if it feels safe and we can start somewhere, I think that's the most important thing, because these are very uncertain times. So hopefully the level playing field remains, but we have some fans back and hopefully we move forward quickly. So I'm just happy with the news, because there's a lot of things that have been disrupted in life recently, which are more important than football. But as just football in terms of our jobs and playing at stadiums and wanting fans back for the atmosphere and for what it means for the fans is becoming more and more apparent every game that we play. So it's if safe, then of course we're really happy.
Okay, that's it. Good evening all. Thank you.
Thank you.